Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you tried, the world still pushed you back? That every door slammed shut right in your face, and deep down you whispered to yourself, maybe I wasn't meant to do this. That was exactly how Michael Anderson, a young man from a small town in Ohio, once felt. He wasn't born into wealth, nor did he have connections to lift him up. All he had was a burning dream, the dream of becoming a professional basketball player. But dreams can be heavy, especially when failure keeps coming back again and again. And Michael knew that pain all too well. Michael grew up tall, strong, and deeply in love with basketball. At just 10 years old, he would spend hours under the scorching sun, throwing the ball at an old wooden backboard in his backyard. Every successful shot made him scream in joy, imagining himself playing in the NBA, in front of tens of thousands of cheering fans. Reality, however, was far harsher. When he entered high school, he tried out for the school team but was cut right away. The coach's words hit him like a blade. "You're clumsy, your skills aren't there yet. Try again next year." That night, Michael lay awake, staring at the ceiling while rain tapped softly against his window. His heart whispered, maybe he's right, maybe I'll never make it. But the very next morning, he tied his sneakers, grabbed his ball, and practiced until his hands ached and his arms burned. The following year, he tried again, cut. The year after that, cut again. By the third rejection, his friends had grown tired of watching him fail. "Don't you get it?" They laughed. "You'll never make the team." The laughter stung more than the rejection. Once, Michael almost threw his basketball away forever. But whenever he walked past the court, hearing the bouncing rhythm of the ball, smelling the wood, and feeling the pulse of the game, his heart ached. Deep down, he knew basketball wasn't just a hobby. It was who he was. Batkid. By his senior year, life forced him into a corner. Go to college, choose a normal career, live a stable life, or chase what looked like an impossible dream. One evening, sitting at the kitchen table, his father, a steel mill worker with calloused hands, looked into his son's eyes and said, "Son, I don't want you to grow old with regret. If you love basketball this much, try one more time. But this time, give it everything you've got. No safety nets, no excuses." His father's words were like a spark in the dark. Michael made a decision, one final try. If he failed, he would walk away forever. The next few months became the hardest training of his life. He woke up at 5 a.m. every morning to run 10 kilometers through the empty streets of town. He jumped until his legs screamed, practiced his vertical leaps until he thought his knees would give out. He shot free throws over and over until he hit hundreds in a row. At night, when the town slept, he was still on the court, drenched in sweat, lit only by a dim streetlight. There were days when his feet bled inside his shoes, when his palms were swollen and raw. Nights when he collapsed on the floor, tears mixing with sweat, whispering, "I can't do this anymore." But then he would remember his father's words, and he forced himself back up. Finally, the tryout day came. Michael walked into the gym, nerves clawing at his stomach. The players smirked. The coach barely looked at him. Everyone thought he was just that same failure, the boy who couldn't cut it. But this time, something was different. His shots were sharp, clean, deadly accurate. His moves were quicker, stronger, more controlled. Every pass, every jump, every dribble carried months of sweat, pain, and sacrifice. The coach froze, watching the same boy he had rejected 3 years in a row now dominate the court. When the final list was posted on the wall, Michael's hands shook as he scanned the names. And there it was, Michael Anderson. He had made the team. That moment was just the beginning. Being accepted didn't mean success. It meant a new level of work. Michael kept grinding, playing in small leagues, catching the eyes of college scouts, climbing step by step until, years later, the dream he once thought impossible finally came true. Michael Anderson signed a contract with a professional basketball team in the United States. On the day of his first pro game, he walked into the arena. The stadium lights blazed down on him. The roar of tens of thousands of fans echoed like thunder. He smelled the polished wood of the court, felt the heavy pounding in his chest, and remembered everything. The rejections, the lonely nights, the broken body, the words of his father. And he realized the miracle had never been luck. The miracle was that he didn't quit, because miracles happen right after the moment you want to give up. And this isn't just about basketball. This is about you, about all of us. We've all dreamed, we've all failed, we've all thought about giving up. But if you stop there, you'll never know what's waiting just one more step ahead. So if you're tired today, if you've been rejected, if you've fallen over and over, if you feel like nothing will ever change, remember this: your next try might be the one that changes everything. Don't quit, not yet. Stand up, take one more step, try again. Because your miracle might be waiting right after this next attempt. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Your support helps us bring more stories that can change lives.